Okay, everyone, we're back. Frosty Kiss. Every lesson summary 2. So what are we gonna do? Lena next. Well, let's go with the insane girl next. Can you please help me? Oh yeah, they get outside and I can't reach it. What? The jar. It's on that high shelf over there. Oh, okay. Lena was the most responsible, notable, and serious-minded person among us. You could ask her about anything and have no doubts that she'll do it. Probably. That's why our feast was held in her flat. Who trusts Lena? Do you not remember the time she went down the road? Or across... Is it across the street or down the... I think it's... She went down the road. And, what's it? Also the time, she just carried a knife with her. Yeah. I don't forget that. According to Chatty Oleana, Lena is on her third year of studies in a medical university. However, her exact field of studies remain a mystery to me. Judging by the number of times I've seen her pegging away at thematic literature in various tutorials, she was just fully engaged in studies. Genuinely, she never liked to talk about herself or the events of her life. What is that Hanyu? From Higurashi? Hold on! Hanyu Higurashi. Let me... That... Who put it? Wait, what's with that empty poster? Why is there nothing? Dude, that's weird. Who just makes an empty poster just with Russian words on it? I wish I... Okay, cut all of this. We have to go back. Pretend... What is she holding? At least I think that's annual. It looks like her. Very similar clothing. The tint is a bit wrong. But everything's a bit more purpley. What's that say, I wonder? We passed through a narrow corridor and stepped into a tiny kitchen. There were simple tea goodies at the table. The kettle on the stove was slowly boiling. A weird poster was hanging on the fridge. I was trying to understand who it was, but couldn't. That's a lie! Semyon has watched or read Higurashi. He makes a reference to it in the very beginning of Everlasting Summer. Get your Everlasting Summer trivia on point, game. Stealing sweets, huh? I can't believe I remembered that. The girl smiles. It's the first time he meets Lena. He thought Olga said Rena. And I was like, oh god, that insane girl from Higurashi. So how did everything go with Oleana? Everything's alright, she got it. Meanwhile, Lena came up to the kitchen cabinet and moved a small curtain away, revealing several bellied 3-liter jars. Lena, Slavia, come here, someone! Echoed from the living room. Look at Slavia. Wait, so do I look at somebody to go? Or do I look at somebody to stay? Slavia sighted, smiled tiredly, and went to the kitchen with a look of apology. Pass me that one, please. She pointed at the farthest jar. Having extended my arm, I managed to knock off some dust, but still couldn't reach it. Give me a sec, wait. Could have thought it out myself. She flitted into the living room, leaving me alone. She seemed strange. The jars, the jam. Even those rare days when I was invited to the feast by some of my few acquaintances, and the jam was served as a dessert to tea. It was from stores most of the time. Only Lena had everything homemade. The taste of her food has always been magnificent. There's no comparison of it in the artificial flavor of jars with shiny labels. Lena has returned to the kitchen with a small stool and an apologetic smile. Here, take it. The stool made the task casual. Throughout the whole process, Lena was solicitously standing nearby, ready to help if something happened to me during this transportation. I accidentally made a wrong move on an unstable surface. At the same moment, she carefully snapped me up. Do you need assistance with anything else? Asked when the jar was already on the table. I found the stone on the table floor. Well, could you please open it? She handed me the opener. Slavia hasn't returned to the kitchen. Instead, she stayed with Mash in the living room. I was sitting in the kitchen, carefully drinking the hot tea thoughtfully served by Lena, who was bustling about near the cooker, watching the meat pie. That's what made that smell in the oven, frying, cooking something that made me swallow my saliva time after time. Then I stopped. So, what is meat pie? I mean, I get the idea, but why is it done? Why not just meat? or a pie right to mind them. And I slapped myself right in the face in frustration. I forgot to hand her the present. We already exchanged some shiny boxes with the other girls during our afternoon shopping, except for Lena, who seemed not to leave the apartment for the last 2 days, getting ready for the guests. We got something. Wait a minute. Entered the hallway, feverishly looking around, trying to remember where I had put it. Found the small box in the inner pocket of the jacket that I had negligently thrown on a chair in the living room. Laughing and Masher were talking about something connected to show business. Judging by the short fragments of the conversation, I couldn't care less about the conversation, and I decided to hurry back to the kitchen. Here, finally! Happy New Year! Lena turned around and saw a tiny parcel in my hand. Thank you. Oh yeah, it's a ring. I got one for everyone. She took the box in, after trifling it for a bit, put it on the windowsill. She doesn't tear into it immediately. I can't get over Hanyu just staring at me with that questioning gaze. Like, what is that? I wonder if any... I just googled Hanyu Frosty kiss. I don't see it. I have to look. Okay. Is there like... there's like a forums on Steam, right? View discussions. Here we go. Two she get naked. Wow, that's a good title. Questions about lore. Is it canonical or fanfiction? Oh yeah. Apparently people are saying it's canonical. What is it? Is it fanfiction or canonical? So yeah, official sequel? It's official, but it's more like DLC. Oh. Okay. So in Soviet games, none of the original authors from Everlasting Summer are left. But Frosty Kiss is done by the scenario writer of Everlasting Summer. LMRR. That's Love, Music, and Rock and Roll, I think? Or Love, Money? Alright. Can't be counted as a game from Everlasting Summer still. That makes sense. Okay. So basically the original team left and other people took the name. Well, I'm assuming it was one at a time people quit and then one at a time people filled back up. It even hurt me. To get the exactly planned present for her, I had to search half of the city, visit a lot of small shops and huge malls. She just put it aside without even opening. Strange, it seems that we got along with her well, even better than the other girls. And estrangement seems weird. Stared at the table, deep in my thoughts, leaving the last gulp of tea to cool off. It's hardly been a while, but all of us have already changed a lot. Someone, almost insensibly, someone, quite significantly. What's the matter with you? She stood in front of me and stared at me, having abandoned the cooking. It's nothing. Everything's alright. Maybe she's just waiting for New Year to come. To open it then. A weak reassurance, actually. Tell me, don't you miss it? I mean, everything that happened. Lena casts her eyes down. Maybe I do. Seemed that she wanted to add something, even breathed some air, but remained silent. I was about to finish my tea and leave, as she said, Do you miss it? Yeah. I replied automatically, but truthfully, even though I didn't have enough time to think over the question, I do miss it sometimes. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not living in dreams. I like the reality much more. But sometimes I reminisce. It was so easy, so carefree there. It was much easier to make decisions and say things I wouldn't dare to say here. I realized that I had talked a bit too much. Immediately shut up and looked at Lena, expecting to see a smile or a vacant look. But she was watching me closely, her eyes wide open. It seemed that she wanted to say something, but this time didn't have enough enough courage to. I continued to stare at the old, shabby, scratched tabletop. I wondered if scrolling up even changes the facial expressions. I actually kind of like that. You know, most games scrolling up, it tends to be bothersome if you miss text or need to reread it. But with this, you can just go forever. Whenever she has anyone, not just a friend or an acquaintance like me, but someone much closer. Oh yeah, there's this guy named Semyon. But after those events, I couldn't become more than friends with any of the girls. Maybe we were hesitating because of our past. Maybe because of the other pioneers. But eventually, I've returned to my lonely, although not so hopelessly, dull life. Even managed to find a job, began to go out and talk to other people more often. Sure, it wasn't heaven on earth, but I didn't blame my fate for that. I like these. Maybe not so fast-paced, but changes. And still, I had some emptiness in my soul, as I lacked something important and bright in my life. But what it was, I couldn't even understand myself. Something that makes you want to wake up earlier and, for example, get up and make a delicious breakfast while humming a simple tune. Or on the contrary, lie for a bit longer, thinking about something good or reminisce. I'm headed a totally wrong direction. Stored on my head, just as I'm trying to shake out these thoughts, and after all, it's one of the most important holidays of the year today. Or is it? Some why? Some why? Is that a... Is that an actual... Some why? No, okay, it's not. Okay. I was about to question it. Wait, is some why... Well, I did question. I remember one of the latest graduate meetings. I wasn't bored at the moment, and the girls weren't strangers to me. On the contrary, I was the reason of it. I was still trying to evade any kind of company, even a company of people who were so close to me. The floor quietly creaked under my foot when I got up and headed for the hallway. Oh yeah, the jacket is in the living room. Slavic diverted from her quiet talk with passion and looked at me with surprise. Where are you going to? I'll go out for a walk, get some fresh air. Trying to escape her glance, I went back to the hallway and started pulling my shoes on. Hands couldn't deal with the fastener. I was snorting and getting more and more angry. Can't even leave like a normal person. Having finally dealt with my shoes, I strode up, locked eyes with Lena. She was silently watching me with some unrenderable look in her eyes. A mix of fright, surprise, and something else. Now this is the Semyon I know. Wait a second. There's no creepy poster in here. You know the one. Flashback. Put it in. Put it... I'm not actually... I mean, I actually could. Wait, could I? With Movie Maker? I don't know. Maybe, but I won't. Leaving already? She asked quietly. No, I'm just going for a short walk. Forced a fake smile, trying to hide the awkwardness of my current state, even though I realized that she could see through me. Only she can do it this way. Wait, I'm coming with you. What for? Going for a walk too. Do you mind? Do I mind? On one hand, yes. I wanted to be alone for a while, but on the other hand, I think it'll be a bit cold, around this region. I don't know what's making me say that, and probably, I'm moving my mouse below the screen, because it kind of cuts off, because you can never see, like, below the legs and sprites. Of course I don't. Trust yourself. I'll wait. During all the time we've known each other, I managed to realize one thing. It's really hard for me to say no to Lena. Any protest? Every objection were crushed. Should I just look into her kind, shining with some sort of magic green eyes, smile, and say, of course. Dude, it's because she's insane. She's doing this on purpose. That was the time when I was truly in love. What has changed since? You're coming? Lena's voice made me snap out of a hypnotizing stream of thoughts. She's already flung on her light coat, put on the boots, and we left the apartment. So what? Just when we stepped outside. Nothing. I shrugged. What should have happened? I don't know. I just thought you might want to talk. In private. Came up to a snow-covered bench, threw the white stuff off, and sat out on the ice seat. Somewhere in the distance, a car No, not this again! Not 410! No, 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 no. It wasn't a car. I could recognize this sound out of 1,000 other ones. An old Leah's. The last one on the out. Number 410. Sorry, pal. Not today. The grumble of the engine has become louder and more distant, as if it heard my thoughts. Of course I was curious, but I have nothing to do there anymore. Shut up, fax machine! Nobody even knows what you are! That was that's what they call a recurring joke? Or, like a callback? Because I used to do that every time it rang, back when I was doing Everlasting Summer. The good old days. The notwithstanding, we had a New Year tree. Everlasting Summer, time to ramble! It's probably the favorite Let's Play I've done on YouTube. Is Let's Play the right word? I guess it is. I had the most fun with it, viewer-wise, and, because, people commented, they did it with Grisaya too, but that was a bit different. It was just fun. Kinda wish, I could have it back. Cry. Lena was standing beside a New Year tree, emptily looking in front of her. Suddenly, something hurt my chest. Something strange, but so familiar. Like during those old evenings that didn't actually exist. When I, tired and exhausted, not being able to turn on the TV and disconnect from this world for a short 4 hours. Lena sitting near me, caressing my hair and singing something softly as if trying to cradle me. Kids, don't become a family. We're still living apart and meet only on holidays. After all, parents are not here to look at us. Yo, forbid anything. Why haven't we done anything yet? One more look at the girl. A breath. A heartbeat. It's time. My voice, worse than that once, and dry throat weren't helping the scanning confessions in any way. Anyway, but I managed to grab her attention. What? Don't you dare stop now. I've wanted for a long time. My hands were brokenly fumbling in my pockets. Where is it? Was it actually a ring? Then it felt like I was splashed with a barrel of cold water. The small box and a shiny parcel was left in the kitchen! I'm sorry, I left it at yours. Gonna bring you back, wait! My legs ushered me to the porch, as I suddenly heard a voice from behind. Semyon, wait! Turning around, Lena was standing, holding something tiny with a careful ball on top of it in her hands. Were you searching for this? No. Slowly headed back, picking the right words on the move. It's kind of hard for me to say it all that way, straight off. My eyesight was struck somewhere at the level of her feet. Those sealed boots looked nice. Must be expensive ones. I wonder, what did she get the money for them? She probably hold people at knife point, be like, yo, give me your money. Tell me you can't see Lena doing that. Tell me that. Today in the kitchen. Did the song change? Well, about what happened. I remember. Well, what do you like come on! But my brain acted as paralyzed, picking the opposite of what I needed to say. Millions, billions of phrases, and everything is so young. I would. She softly, kindly smiled to me. Then, Semyon, no, where are you? The speech has already started! Echoed from the direction of the house. We're coming! She shouted in response. So what did you want? Here. Pointing at the box she was holding in her hand. I quickly remembered that small store and a tidy sum on that price tag. Of course, contents weren't intended for what's going to happen. Happened. Even thoughts flounder. The policy remains intact! I can imagine 10 of me just keep holding a giant scroll. May I? Yeah, take it. The box was now in my palm. The ball was the hardest part. Hands were shaking, and even the ball itself wasn't just glued. It was actually tied to the box. What? It was... Wait, what? Oh, at first... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's tied. That's what they do. Then I finally opened it and pulled a small but elegant pendant. Wait, what? Pendant? What? Take it. Figured you'd like it. She twisted it in her hands and smiled. Thank you. Small emerald, strikingly green, just as her eyes glistened beautifully under the light of the lamppost. An awkward silence fell, as perplexed, looking somewhere aside, not knowing what to say, and Lena, well, she's always silent. Listen, Come on, Semyon, come on! There's nothing hard, just a couple words. So I thought... Lena kept silent, and, with a smile, was watching me hopelessly, trying to control my speech. Do you, eat? Come on. Do you eat? I'm gonna write that down. I do. She laughed. Hold on. Helpful pickup line from Semyon. Where's colon? Colon. Do you eat? Question mark. Why? The letter outs always get those lines. Well, someday, not necessary now, but in general, as a matter of principle, wouldn't like to together someday. I would. I was astonished while she was standing and smiling. Thanks, you. Thanks, you. Let's go back. It didn't actually say thanks, you, but, given the situation. She asked softly and offered me a hand. My eyesight was still somewhere on the ground level, and my thoughts can be compared to a swarm of scattering cockroaches. Yeah, it's been a long time since I did something like that. I was distracted by Lena taking my hand, herself, and gently pulling me, leading to the porch. Yeah, let's go. We stopped by the door. Lena tapped her pockets and searched for the keys. The door replied by beeping rhythmically when a magnet chip touched the plate. I gallantly opened it in front of Lena, but she didn't hurry inside. She freezed on the doorstep, as if thinking something over. Well, you... Couldn't finish my sentence because Lena made a step toward me. A warm kiss was imprinted on my cheek. Just the cheek, both times. Just stood there, breathless and astonished. I wanted to reach for her as well, but she had already stepped inside, smiling archly. Archly. A second, and it's the same shy girl in front of me as she was before, but my cheek still contained the feels given by the kiss. Thanks, again. And again she smiled. You're welcome, Semyon. I felt that awesome changes were coming in my life. That was longer than expected. Not in a bad way, of course. So there you have it. I'm assuming that's the same. Let's read it anyway. Thank you for reading this short story. Our team wishes you a happy new year. We believe that positive thinking, kind people, your meet, and a strong and successful initiatives will lead you to a brighter future where all your dreams, even the most extraordinary ones, will undoubtedly come true. Lastly, we hope you'll find your own everlasting summer waifu. Live happily ever after. Good luck! Okay, so that's 2 out of 5. There's an option for Slavia, so... They didn't just drag her off, apparently. What? There's a Slavia route? I mean, she probably didn't have the weakest route in Everlasting Summer, but still. And look, there's... Let's see, can scroll? No. Why are they already unlocked? I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess we're going to do 1 episode per ending. Looks like it's going to be. See you guys next time. Goodbye.